Wow. Wow. That's. Yes. Let's invest in Bangladesh. Yes. 200,000 subscribers, baby. We're coming for Bangladesh. Hold on, let me clean my screen. Sorry if you saw my hairy stomach. Wow. Ladies and freaking gentlemen. Thank you guys for all the applause. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Holy crap. Who would have thunk it? Huh? I would not have thunk it. Freaking, what has it been? 7 years? That's insane. 7 years. Maybe 8 years. I don't know. It could be 8 years now. Wow. Guys, we hit 200,000 subscribers. You know how it rolls. If you're new here, I haven't done a live stream probably in the last year or so, but every time we hit a monumental milestone on YouTube, we do a live stream to celebrate. We did it at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I think we did it at 150. I gave away a bunch of money, and now 200K. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't have anything really special planned. I just wanted to go live with you guys because it's tradition here. I thought it'd be really cool to just hop on a chat. It's been a long time since we talked. If you guys have any burning questions you want to ask, if you have anything you want to chat about, we can just generally talk about the experience of getting to 200K. I highly recommend now, if you're new to the channel, if you joined recently, I made a video not too long ago sort of detailing the journey of getting to 200,000 subscribers, what it included, what it didn't include, the general feelings I have about being at this point in my YouTube career. So I highly recommend you go and check it out. It's going to be one of the more recent videos I made. Let's just see who's in here. Let's appreciate all the people commenting, all the wonderful people. Who do we have here? Let's see. We got, thank you, EJ. Thanks for joining. Trinbago Vibes. Thank you. Escaping the Empty Nest. Pinay Buhay Canada. Thank you so much. San Juan, thanks for joining. Marsha's here in the house. Marsha's the best, man. Maria, thank you so much. Mr. Bangladesh, next generation invest in Bangladesh. It's one of the best channels I've ever seen. One of the best channel names. Oh, we got EJ going in 200 pesos right first thing. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate it. Yes, I will warn you guys right now. First of all, EJ, thank you so much. That doesn't go beyond the wayside. I'm going to use that for a beer today to celebrate, or some delicious food. I will definitely be using that money to celebrate 200,000 subscribers. So thank you so much, EJ. I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, keep in mind, there's probably going to be a lot of comments and stuff flooding the thing. I will try to answer everybody, as I always do, but super chats will always get priority. So if you have a burning question, I'm not saying you have to super chat or anything, but it might be a good way to get my attention if there's something that I skip over. But I'll most likely respond to everyone. I don't think we're going to get that many people, and it's an awkward time of the day anyways. Anyways, let's keep jumping in, saying hello to everybody. Marsha's here. George Kimmel, thank you so much for joining. I love you, man. I miss you very much. It's been years since I've seen you. Yeah, boy. I love you. Lewis, Rhea, React, Snowball, Nikki's in the house. Nikki, thank you so much for always being here. Next Generation Invest in California. So we have Next Generation Invest in Bangladesh and Invest in California in the house. That's exciting. Tim Timmons is in here. Love you, man. Thanks so much for being here. You've been here for a long ass time. Uncle Ivan, thanks so much. Lailani Santiago. Oh, Nikki done coming in with a 5 pounds. Damn, girl. You still thank you so much. I appreciate that. Good morning to you as well. Thank you so much. Thanks for always being such a staunch supporter of this channel and my other channel, the Dinosaur channel. I really appreciate it so much, Nikki. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to be using this money to celebrate today. Maybe I'll even buy a cake. Depends on how much money we'll get, if I could justify it. Probably not. I don't need a cake. I don't need a cake at all. Never mind. John says, thank you for the great travels. Appreciate you, John. Leilani Santiago, congratulations. Thanks from the Philippines. Appreciate ya. Violetta, the great Sayaman. The thirst is real. The thirst is raw. The thirst is authentic. You can't have a live stream without the cloud in it. Oh, gigolo status. Appreciate it, man. We're trying to jiggle out here. You know what we're doing? We got my leaves, we got my trees. I'm jiggling with all the plant life. I'm straight photosynthesizing right now. Isaiah thinks congrats on the 200K. Thank you, Isaiah. Appreciate it very much, man. Thanks for watching. Kelly says loves the Devil Den video. That's how I found you. That's amazing. Funny thing about that video, when I uploaded that video, I think my channel was at around 60 or 70,000 subscribers. Way more subscribers than just does justify the view count that it got. And I think the view count it got like first day was 99 views, which is terrible, but now has become a consistent moneymaker for me and a really great video that's doing well on my channel. It's actually providing a lot of financial support, and I really love the videos. Actually, the whole series I made in the United States when I was road tripping along with Steve, I made a bunch of travel guides that I sort of invested in my future, and a lot of them I'm reaping the benefits of now, which is really awesome. So thanks so much, Kelly. Appreciate you being in here. John Pisano says he's been to the Philippines 5 times. Where in the Philippines, brother? Backpacktopia, nice to hear from you, man. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well out in Germany, right? Yes, Germany. 500K next. Hopefully. Let's see if we ever make it there. Peter says, hey, man. Hey, Peter. How's it going? React PT says, been following you since I stumbled upon your Okeechobee adventures. What? No. Man, you're an OG. You're one of the OSGs. That's like sub 1,000 subscribers, if that's for real. If that's true, that's old shit. That's before I even went to Africa. That's like my old stuff. Super cool. Wow, it's always cool for me to hear where you guys found me from. I know a big portion of you guys found me from the cargo ship videos. A big portion of you guys found me from the Philippines series. But really, really cool to see somebody who found me from the Lake Okeechobee videos. That's way back when. That's such a long time ago. Okay, let's see here. I don't want to skip anyone. John, question: why do you need a visa now to enter the Philippines? A visa. I like the way he typed it. He typed it authentically Filipino. So you, from what I've understood, you don't need a visa to enter the Philippines. Well, you always need a visa to enter the Philippines. Let's get that. That's always been a rule. But before the pandemic, you were able to process visas on arrival. So you're able to create a new visa as a tourist visa on arrival. At the moment, they're only allowing people to enter the country who have a visa already. So if you had a pre-existing visa pre-pandemic, you can enter and exit the country pretty much freely. But no, there's no processing of new visas at the moment in the Philippines. So if you want to enter and you don't have a pre-existing visa, you're gonna have a hard time. Nikki again with the £5. What's up, girl? Appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's 10 pounds already, girl. You're gonna be my sugar mama soon. What's going on, girl? How you doing? Nikki, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Please don't feel inclined to keep super chatting. I appreciate it. I will accept your money, but you've done above and beyond for me as a viewer, and I really, really appreciate it. The constant support is something that it means way more money, way more to me than the money. But I appreciate it so much. Thank you. It's nice, man. I don't go live anymore. It used to be really fun. I remember when I lived in New York, we used to do like crazy super chat live streams all the time. And I was going live quite a bit, if I remember, and giving away lots of merchandise. It was super fun on Instagram, on YouTube. It was super cool. Okay, I'm getting lost in the comments already. I hope that answers your question, John, about the visas in the Philippines. That's all I know. Tim says, I know since 2018. I think, Tim, you might have been around earlier than that. I remember your name floating around here for earlier than that, but appreciate it, man, even if it is. Peter asked if you've been traveling by sea soon. So I think I mentioned it. I went live a few months ago when actually the cargo ship company I first sailed with across the Atlantic actually messaged me to say thank you for creating the videos I created for them, which was crazy to me. And they actually said that they'd like to work together. So hopefully, if the world ever calms down from this virus pandemic, I can get back out there. I would like to do another cargo ship series, even though, to be completely frank and honest with you guys, I don't like traveling via cargo ship. It's super boring and it's really hardcore. It's a cool experience. It was cool the first time, but I went a little crazy. So I think it'd be fun to do it with a significant other or with a good group of friends. That'd be really fun, but it's going to be hard to convince any group of people to pay $2,000+ or however much it's going to cost. It's about €100 a day to come with me. Actually, that could be a cool adventure to do with you guys. I don't know if that's something you're interested in. Let me know in the comments right now if any of you guys are would ever be interested in coming on a cargo ship journey as a group. We do like a 4 to 5 group cargo ship. I would organize the whole thing. Obviously, I'd take a little bit of a percentage of that, but maybe I could organize a cool group adventure of all of us. That could be so sick. Where we travel to a few countries together via cargo ship as an audience. Oh, hi, Happy. Is there something you needed to say to the live stream? He just came to jack in the show. This is Happy, my friend Sal's dog. He's one of the resort dogs. We have 15 of them or 11 of them on this resort that I've been living in. Happy to poopity pee. He's so cute. He's a good dog. He's very dramatic. He's got a very like emo goth awe about him. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Jacob Carlson. Caleb Jarlson. Guys, I hit 100,000 subscribers live with Jacob Carlson in his apartment in New York City. Take off your top and then come back to New York City. It's gonna be weird, but I'm proud of my body now. I'm sweating. It's the tropics. Don't judge me. I took off my top for you, Jacob. Look at me. I can't come back to New York City right now. I'd like to complete the cycle of what you requested. But to be fair, for $4.20, I ain't coming back to nowhere. Huh, baby? You think you're going to convince me to come back to New York City with $4.20? You know I got 200,000 subscribers now, Jacob Carlson. You're going to have to pay me a little bit more than that. Maybe $11.70. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just joking. Okay. Let's see here. AJ says, just dropping by. Congratulations. If you're still here, AJ, appreciate you still being here. Nayati Aizele. Hi, Tal. Congrats on 200K subscribers. Thank you so much. That's a cool name. Where are you from? If you're still watching, I'm curious. Luis De Leon says, first time I saw you was walking in the streets of Cebu. Then a few days later, I saw you on YouTube and been a subscriber ever since. No way. So you saw me in person before you saw me on YouTube? That's really cool as well. Peter says we got about a 2-minute delay. Yeah. You know how it is. We'd be using that globe at home, baby. It just doesn't work ever. Snowball says, found you on your video of the Grand Canyon. Appreciate that. That's cool. Aton says, I'll never be vaccinated. That's something. I don't really know what to say about that, but congratulations. Thank you for coming by and saying it. And Nayati says, I found you from a Here Be Bar video in 2019. Yes, ma'am. Or sir. I don't know. Let's see here. Found your channel. AS says, found your channel when you were on the train, Trans-Siberian. Then you were in Russia watching from Cavite. Oh, it's amazing. That's so cool. So you've been around for a while as well. Tim Timmons says, when the pandemic is over, lost you, is over, would you consider traveling to Ireland or any more country travels? Yes, so the current plan, hopefully, is going to be to travel from here to Israel at some point. That's hopefully the next destination, and then hang out there till around February. I got a deadline of when I need to go back to the United States. February 2022, like a good childhood friend is getting married, and the pandemic is not as much of an inhibiting factor anymore for getting around the world. So I can't really make the excuse because like I've missed like 4 friends, really close friends' weddings, but they all kind of got married at the beginning of the pandemic. So it was sort of an excuse. I didn't really know if it was worth going home at it, but it's time. It's time. I need to leave the Philippines. I need to get out of here and like continue the life and come back here whenever I get the chance to, obviously I'm invested now with property on this island, so I'll be coming back here for the rest of my life, hopefully. I'm actually building a house, which will be exciting because I'll talk about that in a future video. I'm building a home. But besides that, yeah, I'm gonna hopefully go back to the US around February 2022 and stick around till around June, when the new Jurassic World movie comes out, and then we'll figure out what happens after that. But short story about Ireland. I'm really, really hoping that when I get to Israel whenever it'll be in the coming months, hopefully I'll be there before November. I'm really hoping that my hopes are not high. I'm assuming that it's not going to happen the way I hope, but I'm hoping that sort of travel through Europe is somewhat open again, I'd really, really like to take my mom to Italy. I want to take Moshe to Italy. You know, Moshe's been living in Israel now. He's out of the army. He's free to travel. Unfortunately, the world is not open to travel at the moment, but I'm hoping to do a few trips to Europe. I want to go back to Poland and see some friends. I want to go back to the UK. I want to travel all over Ireland and Scotland. Obviously, the winter is probably not the best time to do it, but I'm ready for it. I've been in the tropics for a year. I can handle the cold now. I'm a big boy. Anyways, that's a long story short. Yeah, I am planning on going to Ireland at some point. I'm planning to go everywhere if I can. I'd like to go to every country technically, but I don't know how that's going to happen. You know, because right now it's a really crazy time. But I got some really cool stuff coming up. Like some stuff that I'm working on in the background. So it's stuff that I'll hopefully be able to update you guys soon. I apologize again to everybody who's been so invested in this channel the past few years that this year has been sort of a lull. I'm happy on it because I've been able to live like a normal human being again. Like I don't film everything I do, which is such a great feeling. I didn't realize how much I appreciated like my privacy and my personal space before I sort of took this prolonged break off of YouTube, but also just like focusing on surfing. That's been like 90% of my investment in time. It's like besides all my other responsibilities that I have that I'm working on, it's surfing has taken up like 90% of the last year and a half, and it's amazing. So I really appreciate it. But again, I thank you guys so much for being such staunch supporters of the channel. For everyone that's here, you know, I want to. I hope it doesn't. My appreciation for you guys doesn't go by the wayside. I really do appreciate you guys watching. Rebecca says, "How was your mahogany skateboards going?" Good. They're going good. I've pretty much actually I'm not using oh maybe I am using no I've used one Philippines mahogany board. It's called Lawaan wood. But 90% of the boards I've made right now have been made out of cedar and cocoa lumber. I'm sort of trying to craft the perfect formula of like tourist friendly little skateboards. Actually, I wish I could go show you guys, but I'm not going to get up and get it now. If the live stream dwindles later and there's just a few of us left and I know you guys won't leave, I'll pop over to the room and get some skateboards to show you guys. It's been really cool though. I've made some really small cruisers and I made some really big boards. One of the boards that I made is my favorite board I've ever ridden, period. It's amazing. It's not special, but it's like this super vintage style, just like a flat piece of wood with a little bit of flex, really durable. And it's pretty cheap to produce, so I can make a good amount of money selling them. I just need to hone the craft a little bit more and then obviously teach somebody and then get like a place I can actually work here. There's a lot of logistical things right now, but I've been really focused on building the brand of Shargal Board Company as something that I can build. So when I leave this island eventually and then come back to it, it's something I can develop on in the future. Because right now, with the pandemic, spending this type of money on skateboards and stuff, it's not on people's minds. So I want to do more outreach when I'm building the boards, give a lot of boards away to locals here so they can ride it, because there's lots of really talented skaters and surfers on this island. And just build like a brand awareness around the board company. And then hopefully in the future, who knows, if I can build a factory here, we can start shipping them worldwide. It could be super, super cool. All of that you will be updated on in the near future, I hope. Jacob says, everyone DM Tall for feet pics. I promise you, if you send me DM for feet pics, I'll send some back. Snowball said, I remember your 100,000 subscriber party when you were singing live. Yes, that was with Jacob. Nayati says they're from Long Island. Oh, okay, cool. I was not expecting that. Goody Two Shoes. Hey, congratulations. Congratulations. Been here since 25K. Yes, you have. You've been here for a while. I haven't seen your name pop up in a long time, but yes, you have been here for a very long time. Thank you so much. Preston says, would love to do a cargo ship through the Panama Canal. Yes, that's my 2 bucket list items for the cargo ship series. Is I would love to pass through the Panama Canal, but more for me, I really want to pass through the Suez Canal in Egypt. I think that'd be the coolest thing ever. Just being able to cut right through the Horn of Africa, and then, you know, some of the parts where you have to go around Somalia and Djibouti and Eritrea and all that stuff. It's considered some of the most dangerous waters in the world because of the piracy, and I would really, really like to go in there and document it. Obviously, I think the ship that I would end up taking, just because of the fact that they're accepting tourists, wouldn't really be susceptible to getting hijacked by pirates. But amazing, it could be an amazing vlog series to be sailing through that area. Let's see here. Hello from Mississippi. Hey, Joseph. Gojiro, if I go to Siargao, is it possible to meet you, bro? Of course. Yeah, I'm always around. I live here in the town of General Luna, so you can DM me on Instagram if you want to hang out. I'm always open to it. Or if you see me on the street, just stop me. You can identify me by my Jurassic Park tuk-tuk, the only Jurassic Park tuk-tuk in the world. It's always parked here in GL, just driving around. So if you come here, definitely. Um, let's see here. EJ says, can you stop by Europe before going back to the US? Yes, that's the plan. That's hopefully the plan is to go, what's it called? Is to go to Europe before I go back to the US, or do a few trips to US or to Europe. Have you learned to speak Tagalog since you've lived there for over a year? Konti lang. I'm focusing more on Bisaya at the moment. Because I live in the Visayas, and we actually speak. We're 3 layers deep of Filipino here in Siargao Island. So, just for everybody watching, the national imposed language, like the government imposed language in the Philippines, is Tagalog, but that's spoken mostly in the northern region of the Philippines, and then in like the western island of Palawan. Again, almost everybody speaks some level of Tagalog in the country. It depends. A lot of people speak fluent Tagalog. A lot of people speak broken Tagalog. It depends on where you go. But for me, I have been really focused on Bisaya, which is another language within the Filipino sort of language sphere. And that's spoken from pretty much, I guess you could say Panay Island, like Iloilo and down. I think, well, no, Hiligaynon is also its own thing. So from Cebu south, but also stretches north a little bit, like Leyte and Samar, which are, some of them speak Bisaya as well. It depends. It's kind of confusing. And then we speak another they speak another dialect here in Siargao called Surigao-non, which is a dialect and the language of Bisaya. So it's kind of a runoff of Bisaya. There's a lot of similar words. But it's spoken mostly in this province of Surigao del Norte. And then if you go south, Surigao del Sur, there's another dialect. So I've been focusing on Bisaya because most people on this island speak it fluently and understand it 100%. And it's a lot easier for me to communicate with them in their local language of Siargao-non because I understand a lot of words in Bisaya. So I've been working on that. I'm not great, but I'm getting better, and I'm really proud of the progress that I've made. I'm actually taking classes with a good friend and one of my friends who actually found me through this YouTube channel. Alton Nova sent me $5. Alton, you sweetie little smooches. I wish you didn't send a message, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for supporting the traveling clat hole. He appreciates it. I don't know why I'm speaking in the third person, but I appreciate it very much. Next generation invest in Bangladesh says, you should connect with us in Bangladesh. We might show you around. Mostly Dhaka city center, a bit of urban. Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh. Our videos can give you clues. I would love to come to Bangladesh. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to travel there because I am an Israeli passport holder. It is illegal for me to enter Bangladesh. It's illegal for me to enter Pakistan and 30 other countries around the world. It seems like a lot of countries are opening ties with Israel, which is nice recently, but I can't go to Bangladesh probably no time soon. I wouldn't feel comfortable going as an Israeli. Because the government is super hostile against Israel. So I hopefully in the future, I can only hope. By the course of the way the world is going, it seems like more countries are normalizing ties with Israel, which is really heartwarming. So hopefully soon, like we just got diplomatic relations with Morocco. Me and Jacob Carlson have been talking about going to Morocco for the longest time, and I found out they have amazing surf there. So expect a YouTube series of me and Jacob Carlson going to Morocco together. Okay, that's all I'm saying, because I know Jacob really enjoyed Morocco. EDJMD says, since $6.99 Canada. I love you. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing with the super chats. Really, it's heartwarming. Again, I don't need you guys to send them. I'm working through the comments, but I appreciate it more than I can say. You guys are amazing. Oh, $10. Escaping the Empty Nest, 10K. Oh, $10. Appreciate that very much. That's going to be, you know what I'm doing now for breakfast? I'm going to have some waffles and cream cheese. I'm going to go out, buy some cream cheese, I'm going to buy some waffles, and I'm going to make waffles and cream cheese one of my favorite things to eat ever. That's on you, Escaping the Empty Nest. I appreciate you. Tall, you and John have been incredible guides for us, helping us plan our upcoming trip to New York City 1 month from today. Congrats on 200K. Thank you. For me, the New York City series and the travel guides I made there was, I think, my magnum opus as a creator. Like, it is the most I ever invested time. I remember sitting down in a McDonald's in Brooklyn, typing out like this script for this 25-30 minute video I was going to record on everything you need to know about traveling to New York City. So for me, getting comments like that, knowing that helped you, I'm so excited for you guys. Enjoy the city. It's an amazing place. If you have any questions you need to know, or want to ask, just message me on Instagram. I always try to respond. I do like a quick fire response around once a month. So if there's any burning questions you have, well, you can also type them here now in the chat, and I will try my best to get to it. But also, yes, if you have anything you need to know, feel free to contact me on Instagram. I will do my best to answer you and help you out. But thank you again so much, and enjoy New York City. It's amazing. I love that place so much. Okay, I've lost myself in the comments. I'm gonna try to pick back up where I was. Okay, found it. Nayati says it's a Native American name. Oh, that's cool. What Native American tribe is it from? That's super cool. I would love to learn about that. I'm so fascinated by Native American culture. I spent some time with the Navajos in Arizona with my friend Steve, and it was amazing. And I would love to learn more. I'm all about it. Just joined the live stream from Iceland. That's super cool. Are you Icelandic, or are you a foreigner living in Iceland? That's really, I didn't know I had a viewer in Iceland. That's really cool. Wow. Please update me if you're still here. I would love to hear about that. Hi. I'm excited for your recent accomplishments. Thanks, Laura Lee. Love ya. Di ako scrap konti lang Tagalog. Oo. Konti lang. Pero mas Bisaya. Kabaluko Bisaya ra. Gamay ra. Pero nagpractice pa. And Mills says, hey, I've not been able to see your live for a long time. Been here since your very first visit to the Philippines. Wow, you have been around for a while as well. I assumed mostly that most of the viewers from the first series of the Philippines have checked out by this point. But yes, that's amazing. Thanks so much for being around for so long. I really appreciate you being here. Shocked you have internet fast enough to do a live. Yeah, let's wait. Let's not jinx it yet. There's a very good chance that the internet will drop. The internet in Siargao is absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. If I enter my room, which is right back there, like just a concrete building, the internet completely goes to poop. I have to sometimes tether my Wi-Fi outside of a window just to get a connection fast enough to upload videos and stuff. It's a nightmare. That's another reason, by the way, why I don't upload so often anymore. It costs me on average like $5 to $10 just to upload a YouTube video on YouTube from this island, because the internet here is so bad and you have to pay so much money for the internet. So it's just like, that's another reason, by the way, because I'm like literally losing money on upload when I upload a video here. Not to get like what's it called, stingy with the money, because it's not a big deal. I can afford the $5 to $10, but it's a big demotivator, especially when it takes like 6-7 hours to upload a YouTube video and you're paying like $10 to upload it. Yes, the internet situation in Siargao, I can only hope that it gets better in the future because it's so bad at the moment. Ellie Gomez says, hi, did you meet the 8 miles from home there in Surigao? No, I haven't met them. I've seen them around. We've seen each other around. I don't know if they're still here, but I don't think they live in GL. So whenever I saw them, we just kind of passed by each other and waved. But they seem nice. Very nice people. React says, what's the special for today's 200K? The FL haircut was fun. CDO was you giving back. Yeah, like I mentioned at the beginning, I don't really have anything special planned. I feel like 200K, it's an accomplishment. I'm really excited about it, but as I've explained, I've been relatively jaded on the whole traveling clad channel recently, just because of how hard it's been to be consistent with it. So I didn't want to do something special that was disingenuous, and also, again, with the internet here, there's a very good chance that 10 minutes from now, this live stream is going to cut and I won't be able to get it back because there's just going to be an internet outage. So I didn't want to do anything that would, be disappointing. But hopefully in the future, or if we hit 500K in the future, who knows, we'll do something really, really special. Would you trade your Israeli visa with your USA visa? Well, I have both. So I don't need to trade either one. I'm a dual national. I have a US passport and an Israeli passport, but still, just being an Israeli citizen, I'm assuming that's in reference to Bangladesh. Just being an Israeli citizen in those countries is illegal. So, for example, in Malaysia, I can enter with my US passport, but if somehow they find out that I am Israeli, and it's not something that I'm shy about, I talk about that on my YouTube channel, and like if you look into me for more than 5 seconds, you would be able to find out that I'm probably Israeli. I can be legally tried and killed in Malaysia just for being an Israeli. So I avoid traveling to countries like that at the moment because the laws are so extreme about being an Israeli national in their country. But yeah, I do have both nationalities, so I don't need to trade one in for the other. But again, it's just not worth it for me to put myself in that position of risk. Meru says, are you still in Siargao? I am. I'm in the beautiful island of Siargao, and I'm not planning on leaving anytime soon. I love this place so much. My favorite place on planet Earth that I've ever been at the moment. It's just amazing. Alton Nova says, congratulations on the subscriber milestone. My wife and I discovered you in our research for New York City and used your videos extensively for our trip. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you so much. And thank you for the super chat. Also, I would love to hear how your New York trip was. Appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. Okay, I lost myself again. Oh my God, I'm Navajo from Navajo Mountain. Oh, that's so cool. I spent time in Monument Valley with the Navajo tribe there. With Steve, we camped out with them, and they took us to some cool places. They even took us to a rock with dinosaur footprints on it. It was super cool. From the U.S., Maryland, and visiting Iceland as a tourist with family. Oh, that's super cool. Okay, so you're just visiting in Iceland. Wow, so you're watching me while you're touring around Iceland? That's super cool. Thank you. Appreciate you tuning in. Daniel Yank says, bro, I've been coming on and off your channel for 2 years. Good to see you're doing well. Thank you. Always doing well. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy they've been around, and I love you. Do you recall the soundtracks you have used on your Philippines travels? Do I recall? No. I'll explain to you what my issue was with my Philippines travels. At least I'm assuming you're talking about the first time. The first time I traveled here, my channel was still small enough where I didn't have a partnership with a music label yet to be able to use music from them. So I was using a bunch of music by asking artists for permission. And then the problem is a lot of these artists got labels and then they copyright striked a lot of my videos. So a lot of my old Philippines videos are muted because they copyright strike them and they take all the revenue, and I don't want them to have all the revenue. So I just mute the videos and make whatever revenue I can from the videos being muted. But yeah, it kind of sucks. It's a constant cycle. But that's why I have this Epidemic Sound now. It's a label. You can check the link in my description. If you guys are creators or something, you can get, I think it's 30 days off with the link for free and try out their service. It's really, really great. I make some money from it if you sign up. They're amazing. It's been life-changing. I've been using them for, I think, 3 years now. Haven't gotten a single copyright strike. It's like not even something I need to think about anymore. And when a video does well, I know it's safe forever. I never have to worry about them copyright striking me. I have the legal rights to use the music forever. So I really, really love it. Let's see here. Meru says, is there actually cream cheese in Sugar? There is. Or we have Philadelphia cream cheese. It's the Australian type, so it's not as good as the American that I feel like. We have another weird cream cheese that comes in and out, and then we have one called Silk Valley, I think, and I think it comes from Switzerland, and it's phenomenal. It's like New York deli, like bagels deli cream cheese. It's super soft and buttery, and it's awesome. I really, really love it. And I've been cooking a lot recently. I've actually built myself a little bit of a kitchen in my apartment here. Bought a bunch of like stovetops and dishes and utensils and the pans and pots and food processors and blenders and all that stuff. So I've been blending my own, or I've been processing my own cream cheese with the I don't know how to say it in English. The Malbev, the thing that whisks stuff. I don't know why I'm having a hard time remembering what it's called. The thing that has the whisks and you press the thing and it whisks it around. I don't know why I'm forgetting the name of it. I've been making my own whipped cream cheese, which has been really cool. And so I love it. It's so delicious. George says, congratulations, well earned and deserve to run 200K. If you ever return to the East Coast, please do a collab with Dino Don Lesson for your Dinosaur channel. Oh, okay. I'm going to copy that name right now and put that into my search. I don't know who that is. I've never heard of him or her. I'm assuming it's a him by the name Dom. He's a writer. Okay, that's cool. Going in. I will try my best to speak to the man. Seems super cool. I'm in Staten Island, New York, planning on traveling somewhere, just don't know where yet. Well, there's not a lot of places you can go right now. Maybe Mexico. But I hope you get out if you really want to go somewhere. My buntag mate watching since the start. Shannon, you speak Bisaya? I didn't know that. I appreciate you. Of course, I know you've been here from the start. I always see you. Try Dito Telecom for faster internet. I don't think we have Dito Telecom here. We only have Smart and Globe, and it's only these prepaid routers. And then I think PLDT, some special people have been able to get permission to use them here. Not everybody gets them. So hopefully in the future, I'm hoping that Siargao is developing really quickly. It was developing super fast before the pandemic. The pandemic kind of put a standstill on it, but like now across the street from the hotel that I live in, we're getting an Andox, which is going to be the first actual fast food franchise to reach the island, which is monumental. It's historical. There's never been a fast food franchise on the island so far. It's just been like local franchised fast food from like outside of this province, but never like a national franchise. And if you don't know what Andox is, I suggest you Google it. It's this sort of famous chicken spot, like fast food chicken spot. They do fried chicken and this thing called lechon manok, which is like a rotisserie chicken with Filipino spices and herbs, like really, really good stuff. And they do these little rice bowls with little fried chicken doquito pops, they're called. I love it. I fell in love with it when I traveled to Boracay. It's the first time I had it, and then I made a point to eat it a lot traveling around the island, around the country. I love Andogs. It's interesting thoughts and feelings knowing that a fast food franchise is coming to the island, because this island has sort of been virgin of franchises and pretty rural. But you know, with the fast food franchises will come more development. You know, malls. Hopefully, I mean, yeah, I hope that it develops into stuff like that, because now I'm a personal stakeholder on this island with actual land that I own. So I hope that the island develops. I just hope that they take care of the environment here as well, because it's a protected area and it's really beautiful, and I don't want the island to get ruined. But yeah, it's amazing. Like, they're opening up a pure gold supermarket. They got a contract for the first hospital on the island. There's bridges opening up and roads being built. It's developing really cool. I tell everybody, the 69 people that are listening right now, if you have never considered traveling to the island of Siargao, and if you've never heard of it, Google it after this live stream, or Google it now and watch some videos on it after this live stream. I highly recommend. It is one of the coolest possible places you could ever go to in your life. Like, it's not, I wouldn't say it's better or worse than Hawaii, but it's on the same level as Hawaii. And in development wise, it's like Hawaii 50 years ago. So I highly, highly, highly recommend traveling to here if you ever get a chance. And if you need some information, you can always contact your boy. Alnova sent another $10. God bless you. Thank you so much. We had an incredible time in New York City, enough that we went back another time as restrictions loosened. We want to donate to your waffles and cream cheese eating fun. Thank you. I'm going to party. We're going to have a lot of waffles and cream cheese today in the morning. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate, guys, the super chats. This is so nice. I really appreciate you guys. It warms my heart getting these super chats. You guys are great. It's so nice knowing that, you know, sometimes you forget that you guys are real people watching, and it just sort of turns into numbers, especially when the numbers start dwindling a little bit. But when I do live streams like this, it's super heartwarming. So thank you, guys. It's nice knowing that I've been able to help some of you as well. It makes me really happy knowing that the work that I put into the work that I put into creating YouTube videos on New York specifically have helped you guys out. So really appreciate that. I'm hoping to do a similar series on the Philippines in the future. I'm missing a few more locations that I haven't traveled to here in the country, like the Zamboanga Peninsula and Mindanao and Camiguin Island, and some places in Cagayan de Oro that I didn't get to visit. But I've traveled to a good majority of this country now, so I'm hoping to create a similar travel guide, similar to what I did in New York City here, and like what I did in Sri Lanka here in the Philippines. But hopefully we'll wait for that in the future when tourism picks back up and the world goes back to normal. No rush on that. Strikum Famabov says, get this man 500k subscriber count. No rush. Get that to me on my Dinosaur channel. That's what we're focusing on now, guys. I want that channel. I have hopes and dreams of that channel reaching 1 million subscribers one day. One day. I have a feeling that it's possible. The Dinosaur channel, I think, it's my bread and butter now. It's my baby. It's what I want to invest my time into. I'm so passionate about creating videos about dinosaurs, and I like teaching people stuff, and I like sharing my knowledge and my love of dinosaurs with the world, and it's something that makes me so happy. And I think that yeah, it's an amazing channel. I'm so proud of it. So youtube.com/dinosaur channel. Subscribe to it. Let's get that to 500,000 subscribers. Traveling Clad is great. Traveling Clad is great. Super proud of this channel, everything that I've accomplished, the documentaries, everything. But I want to focus this channel to something else. I want the Traveling Clad to become a more serious version of itself. Obviously, I always want to add that humor into here. But now I have a different outlet for that. You know, like the Dinosaur channel can help me sort of hone the funniness and the humor that I like to add into these travel videos. But I just think that we're not going to go back to travel vlogging anytime soon. That's not, I don't think I'm going back to it. But I want to make bigger pieces, and I want to travel a lot of interesting and peculiar places in this world. So Yasifa says, bro, you look like a Sri Lankan Indian. Well, I'm not. My heritage is Iraqi Jewish. So I was actually reading about it last night. There's a bit of a crossover between the Iraqi and Indian subcontinent. So maybe I have Indian DNA. I've never done the DNA test, so I need to check. But I don't have any Indian in me, from what I know. Let's see. Sean Rycroft says, "Woo! Congratulations on 200,000 subscribers. I've been watching your channel grow since I've subbed back in 2018. I think I actually remember you, Sean. I don't think you've commented so much recently, but I think I definitely remember the name." RL House says, "It's 1:02 a.m. and the sun never sets, so still awake. New subscriber and truly enjoyed all your vlogs." Wow, that's so crazy. This I forgot about that. The sun actually doesn't actually set in Iceland at the moment, right? Because of the what's it called? The solstice, right? That you're on. YouTube takes so much respect to you for all the time and work you put in, especially when it costs you to upload a video. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that. That wasn't jab for me to get you guys to super chat, but I do appreciate that. Yes, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do for work. It's testing. It's taxing. It's psychologically a little bit of a mess, but I'm happy I'm doing it. ADS is a hand mixer. That's what it was, an electric mixer. Thank you, guys. See, I can always count on you guys for coming in. Let's see here. Gandonez says, "Have you been collabing or planning on with other foreigner vloggers?" Without getting too deep into it, I'm not a huge fan of making collabs as being a foreigner in the Philippines anymore. It's not something that really I get off on anymore. And I haven't really seen many foreigners in the Philippines doing content that I appreciate as of recent. A great collab that I did in Manila was with a cool guy named Puting Pinoy. He's a American guy who moved to the Philippines and speaks fluent Tagalog, and it was super cool. We traveled through the slums of Tondo, one of the most impoverished areas of Manila, and that series absolutely bombed for some reason. I don't know why it did not do well on YouTube, but I highly recommend you guys watch it. I think it's some of the better content I've produced on my channel. It's informative, it's emotional, it's cool, and it sort of feeds to normalize an area that is otherwise not normalized by the world and by Filipinos in the country. So I was able to do content like that with him, but I haven't found many foreigners in the country that I'd be happy to collab with, but hopefully there will be more in the future. But I'm happy staying in my lane, doing my own thing, I also think my content is it's become different enough now where there wouldn't be many people who want to collab with me. Can you spell the island name? Yes, it's Siargao. Siargao. Siargao, not to be confused with the city of Surigao, which is Surigao, which is in the province of Surigao del Norte, which is in the Caraga region. So that's how many layers we are deep. I'm typing it all for you right now in the chat. You find the Caraga region in northern Mindanao. It's in northeastern Mindanao. And you go into the province of Surigao del Norte, and then you'll find the little city of Surigao, and then you can take a ferry from Surigao directly to the island of Siargao. Or you can just fly directly from Manila or Cebu to Siargao if you ever come here. Highly recommend you guys visit this island. We have snakes here. I've caught a snake. Laura Lee says, "I would love to come to the island. Hawaii has no snakes." I don't think Hawaii has no snakes. Is that true? I'm pretty sure Hawaii has snakes. Let's see, Hawaii snakes. No, they definitely have snakes in Hawaii. Yeah, there's tons of snakes in Hawaii. I think I remember seeing a snake in Hawaii. There's also coral snakes in Hawaii, so that's not something you control. In the ocean, there's snakes there. We have those here too. My friend actually saw a snake surfing at Cloud9 yesterday here, a sea snake. But yes, there are many snakes on this island. There's tons of rich wildlife here. It's amazing. We have sea turtles, we have dolphins, we have whales that come here. There's these cool mammals that live in the jungle. There's flying lemurs. There's what else? We have crocodiles, snakes, crazy types of lizards, like flying lizards with little wing flaps, monitor lizards, water buffalo, like the carabao. Amazing. This island is like wild beyond your wildest dreams. It's awesome. It's nothing like Sri Lanka, for example. There's no elephants or leopards, but for being such a small island, having so much wildlife, it's like a dream. It's a dream place for me to live on. Going to Batanes at some point, says Shurkamafamov. I'd like to. It's not on the top of my list. I'd love to check it out. It just seems like a bit of a hassle at the moment with all the things you need to complete to travel around the Philippines. So probably not anytime soon, but maybe sometime in the future. I would like to go there. But I'd be lying if I told you it was like a priority of mine to go to Batanes. It looks amazing. I really really would like to go there, but I think there's so many other cool places in the Philippines I'd rather go to or go back to before I go to Batanes. Siargao needs a bagel place. I'll move there in a heartbeat. There actually is a place called Tom and Tom's Coffee that serves bagels. They actually have blueberry bagels, but they microwave the freaking bagels, man, and they have a toaster oven. I don't get it. First time I went there, I ordered these bagels, and they're actually not bad. It's a South Korean coffee shop like Starbucks. It has a branch here called Tom and Tom's. And they have like great desserts and all these little salads and sandwiches and stuff. And they have these blueberry bagels and sesame bagels. You could put egg and cream cheese on it, and they microwave the bagels. Like, what are you doing? Nobody uses microwaves in the Philippines. It's so rare that you see a microwave. Why are you guys using a microwave? And then the thing is, they had a perfectly good toaster oven right next to them. I don't get it. So I'm hoping that at some point in the future, a bagel place does open up. Maybe I'll be the one to open it. But I think, as every New Yorker tells you, the things that makes the bagel what it is the tap water. And I don't know if you could get the same water here in the Philippines. It's that good Bronx water. But I will say, the resort that I live in, the owner of the resort is my good friend Sal. You guys might have seen in the vlogs. He opened a restaurant here called Goodies. It's right at the entrance of the resort. So look it up, Goodies Siargao. They actually have homemade bagels on the menu at the moment. And if you're in Siargao, you're planning on coming soon or something, if you're watching this from Manila, they have these little bagels with breakfast things on top. Like, they're like deviled bagels. It's so cool. Such an awesome concept. So at the moment, there are some bagel options on the island. So but you could come here to the resort that I live on, Goodies at Arkahaya, and get the bagels they have, and they're really, really good. Let's see here. Rebecca says, you helped us in NYC. Also, we wanted to go to Sarge's Deli. Oh, that's awesome. Did you go to Sarge's Deli? Oh, you say you want to go to Sarge's Deli. Okay, yes, got it. Understood. Brian says, oh, man, my homie settled down. I hear you found a cutie in the Philippines. Maybe or may not. I don't know. It's not for you guys to know. Matt and Jennifer say, congrats on 200K. Thank you, Matt and Jennifer. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for the super chat. It's always appreciated. I'm going to flood you with some hearts. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A million times. Thank you. Appreciate it. This is all going towards the waffle and cream cheese breakfast fund for today. Guys, waffles and cream cheese is on the menu. The more you guys super chat, the more waffles, the more cream cheese is going to be had in that room right over there. It's going to be fantastic. Puting Pinoy is in here. I was just talking about you, Jared. Congrats. I'm going to sleep. It's 9 a.m. What are you doing going to sleep? Stay up. Stay on the live stream. But I'm happy for you. I love you, man. Appreciate you so much watching. I was just telling everybody how amazing our adventure was in Tondo. Let's see here. James Goodman says, hey, brother, Florida misses you. I'd be lying if I said I miss Florida, though. I miss you. I don't know you personally, but I love you. Thank you. But I can't say I miss Florida, per se. I live in a better version of Florida now. I have to be honest. This island has everything that Florida has. It has a stand-up paddleboarding. It has a good seafood. It has, in my opinion, better people. A lot nicer people here than in Florida. I'm not saying that Florida people are mean or anything. Just Florida people are full of, there's lots of crazy people in Florida, so it's hard to filter out the good people and the crazy. Yeah, and we have like the environment. I have Florida, but I have it with mountains here. I can go climb a mountain if I want to. I can also surf, which I don't really have in Florida. Or if I do, there's tons of sharks in the water and it's dangerous. And here, there's zero sharks. Well, actually, there are sharks, but they're not dangerous. Anyways, I didn't mean to shit on Florida. I appreciate you saying Florida misses me. Thank you. I'm tired of Florida. Emil says, wish you could travel the 100 islands in Alaminos, Pangasinan. I'm from Pangasinan and I was always plug it. And I hope you try the delicacies like puto, clasio, and tupi. So let me ask you about the 100 islands. It's on the western side of the Philippines, right? It's like northwestern. Is it above? It's not above La Union, I think. I think it's south of La Union. I've always seen pictures of it and I really want to go. I would love to visit. Lorelai asks, I love the Dino channel, but it is fast. And there are hordes of 4 to 8-year-olds who are dino crazy. Maybe a sister channel aimed at kids would get tons of watchers. Yeah, it's a bit difficult making content for kids on YouTube because there's lots of laws and regulations on how you're allowed to monetize, and it's an issue. So probably not anytime soon. Sea snakes, you lost me. Yeah, listen, we have them in the United States too. You have them in Florida. I'm assuming anywhere you have a coral reef, most likely you're going to find some sort of species of sea snake or sea crate. I would Google wherever you are in the world. If you have an ocean bayou, you're most likely going to have some sort of sea snake. But the thing is with sea snakes, they're super venomous. If they bite you, you're most likely going to die if they inject the correct amount of venom in you, but they almost never bite. I think there's been less than 2 or 3 cases worldwide of people dying from sea snakes. I could be wrong about all of this, but from my knowledge, they're super, super, super friendly. I've swam with them multiple times. I've never had one come up to me in any sort of aggression. They're just not aggressive animals. They're they're kind of curious and friendly. I've seen ones before just swim up and look at me and then they swim away. They're really, really cute, actually. And they're cool. You can recognize them because they have white and black stripes. Some of them are like yellow. Some of them are blue. But they're really cool. Jeremy says, hey, Tall, glad to see you doing well. Congrats on 200K. Long time coming. You deserve it. Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate it. I also think, yes, I agree. Long time coming. And I kind of appreciate that it took as long as it did to get here. I'm happy that I did it slowly and I didn't blaze past 200K because it's a big accomplishment and I'm happy of it. Proud of you, bro. Justin, thank you. I'm proud of you, Justin. Bisaya Kaayo says, excited to see the new travel and food videos. Thanks, man. We're working on some cool stuff out here. Enjoy Bagels Locks here in New Jersey. Yes, baby. Yes. Rebecca says, we went to Cats. Nice. Cats was good. Actually, I've never been to Cats. I watched videos on Cats, but I wanted to go to Sarge's to try that insane monster sandwich. Man, Jennifer says, hey, we're from Orlando. We're nice. Yes, there's exceptions. There's exceptions to the Florida niceness. I'm not saying everyone in Florida is evil. Just, Florida. Florida's Florida. I don't need to explain Florida. If you're from the U.S., you know Florida. Johnny says, how are you allowed to be in the Philippines as a tourist right now? I have a fiance and house, and I'm unable to travel to see because of the Philippines government. I have been in the Philippines from before the pandemic. I actually entered here December 2019, so I've been here for a long while. I'll mention it again, Johnny, because maybe you're wondering and you don't know. I mentioned this in the beginning of the live stream. At the moment, the Philippines is not processing any new visas. So the only way to enter the country is if you have an existing visa. For me, I have an existing visa because I entered the country in December 2019 before the pandemic and processed the tourist visa. So I'm able to just continuously extend this visa. They're not kicking foreigners out of the country. They're just not allowing anybody in that doesn't have a visa. So if you had a visa before, you can enter. I think there's ways to bypass and generate a new visa. You just have to talk to the Bureau of Immigration abroad and see what your options are. I think there's certain visas that you can pay a large sum of money for. I don't know how much it is, but if you're willing to cough up the money that it takes to do it, I think you'll also get certain benefits in the future if you pay that visa. So maybe you can stay here longer or you can invest in something. I don't remember what it is, but I think you have options if you do want to enter. You just have to pay a certain amount of money. So just look it up. I would just contact the Bureau of Immigration to see what you can do. And then I would join Facebook groups of expats in the Philippines and see what your options are through them as well. Because maybe there's little loopholes and stuff that I don't know about because I'm on a visa. I don't really have any issues with it at the moment. Also, did I show you guys the shirt I was wearing? I was wearing a traveling Clat shirt. I remember the 100K live feed. Yes, Jeremy. I remember it too. It was a good time. It was a very good time. Yossi says, Yom Som Sameh. Sidewinded me with that one, Yossi. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna take this live stream to its final resting place. If you guys have any, let's do 5 more minutes of this. We'll end it at around the 100 mark or the 1 hour mark. If you have any last minute burning questions you want to ask, we'll rapid fire them right now. Dinosaur facts you want to know, I'll answer them right now. Just ask me. If there's something you want to ask Happy the dog, Happy, he's gonna answer any of your burning questions right now. He's Happy. You're with me, right? He's falling asleep, so you better ask quick if you have anything you want to ask. But I want to say this. Tess says you're handsome. Oh, thanks, Tess. You're pretty handsome yourself. I'm so appreciative um of your support, of your viewership, of your subscriptions. Um okay, I'll answer these questions and then I'll do my little cheesy spiel at the end. I just got a bunch of questions. Um let's see here. What's your favorite dinosaur? Brachiosaurus. Love it. Backpacktopia says, "What happened to all your chickens?" My chickens live across the street. Well, okay, my chickens were given to a chicken guy like 7 months ago, to a guy across the street who has a bunch of chickens. I have the plan of taking them back. I'd like to still have them, especially I'm building a house right now, so I'd like to put a little coop for them, to live on my land. So yeah, I'd like to have my chickens back with me soon. Um, but at the moment, I don't live in a place where I could have them. I live in a resort, so I can't really have the chickens just wandering around here. And we have like 11 dogs, so they'll probably eat them. Um, oh, Commander, thank you so much for joining, man. Good to see you here. See, this is a great foreigner living in the Philippines that I would love to collab with and see in person. Super cool channel. I discovered him during the pandemic because he was one of the people with an existing visa who was able. So, Johnny, I highly recommend you watch his video and try to learn a little bit about how he did it, because I was curious, because he was one of the first people I saw document his travels during the pandemic as a foreigner from, I think it was the UK he traveled from, to the Philippines. Highly recommend you watch his channel. Thanks, man, for dropping in. I appreciate the nice comment. So hopefully my chickens, I will be able to rehome soon on my land, and I have plans of hopefully buying a goat and a carabao in the future here as well. A goat and a water buffalo, but it's all in due time. We're not rushing. I would just like to get a carabao and like spoil the crap out of them, because carabaos here, they're a breed of water buffalo, and in the Philippines they're used as a work animal, and they're great work animals for people here who need to use them. I just like the idea of like taking one as a baby and just spoiling the shit out of it. Like I want to put a gold chain around its neck, have it walking around like with sunglasses and like just chilling, like straight chilling. It doesn't need to work. It just eats a lot of good food all day, rolls around in the mud, just lives like a normal water buffalo life, and make it like super friendly too. I want to like tame it and just like have it really accustomed to eating out of people's hands and being pet and stuff. So hopefully in the future, I think it's very much possible. And they're not that expensive. They're less than, sometimes you can find them for less than $500 a water buffalo. Like this is a big animal. Yeah, it's the size of a car. It's bigger than my tuk-tuk. And the babies are a little more expensive sometimes. It depends. Tess says your hair looks great. Thank you. Your hair looks great as well. Antonio says, how's life in Mindanao? It's freaking fantastic, man. Mindanao is the island. It's the best, in my opinion. Screw anything you've ever heard about Mindanao being super dangerous or like not a good place to come to. I've been here for over a year and a half now in Mindanao. There's obviously dangerous parts to it. There's parts that you should be more careful around, but I think it's an amazing, amazing island. Probably the most amazing island in the Philippines, in my opinion. It's so wild. Rebecca says, nice to see you again, Tall. Glad you're doing great. Thank you. Nice to see you too as well, Rebecca. Borka and Daphne are doing great. They finished their resort. They built an amazing resort. Hopefully I'll take you guys on an adventure to that resort soon. I'm going to make a whole video about it. I want to show it to you guys. But if you guys want to check it out, I'll type the name for it for you guys. It's called Izustari. If you're coming to Siargao as well and you want a more, what's it called? A more luxurious experience, here you go. Just look this up on Instagram, Izustari, or on Facebook. That's the resort. They have this amazing resort on a cliff in Siargao, in the north of Siargao, and definitely come stay with them if you're coming to Siargao, and let them know you found them through me. But they're doing great. I always see them. I'm probably going to see them next weekend. We're always hanging out together. Daniel Yang says, you're the best, bro. Have an amazing summer. You too, Daniel. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate the $5 going straight. That 5 buckaroonies is going straight to the waffle and cream cheese fund. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get turnt with these waffles and cream cheese. Let me tell you what. Yummy Tinola chicken organic. Hi. Congrats from Butuan, but living here in Canada. Oh, Butuan. I've been there a few times. Great place. Okay. Glad you decided to stay in the Philippines Islands. More power to you, channel. Good luck to another 200K subs. I love when you know the Philippines more than me. Man, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Pearly Shell says, where are you based in Mindanao? Glad you like it here. In Siargao Island. the best island in the whole world. All right, guys, I'm ending the live stream. It's been an hour. Thank you, first of all for the super chats. I love you. You're the best. You are the most wonderful audience on the planet of the earth. I appreciate you guys more than I can imagine. Thank you guys for sticking through with me through this lull in YouTube. I promise that we'll come back swinging at some point. I just don't know when. I'm sort of watching and waiting, but whatever the case is, I promise that I'm going to continue connecting with you guys on a deeper level as we go from 200K and above to whatever level of subscribers we continue going on to the future. And I promise you that I'm going to keep bringing you guys into my life deeper and deeper and share with you guys the cool things that I'm working on. Again, like I mentioned this at the end of the 200K video that I made, but I bought land here. I'm starting a sea turtle conservation organization, and I'm making a skateboard company. There's lots of cool shit that I'm working on in the background besides YouTube right now, and obviously the Dinosaur channel, which is something I'm so passionate about. I'm going to share all of this stuff with you guys. Just give me some time. Bear with me. Be patient. I'm working on some really, really cool videos in the background. I just know that they're not going to get views, so I don't have a rush to upload them. But I appreciate any and all of you guys super chatting and sharing and subscribing and showing love, and it means the world to me. Betsy's in here. Appreciate you. You're the best. One of my best supporters. This is Brennan. Love you. So much love for you. I'm glad that you've been here. I don't know if you were here the whole time, but I'm glad that you're here now. That's it, guys. 74 of you. Amazing. Congratulations to all of us for 200,000 subscribers. This is a what's it called? It's a accomplishment for us all. John, you can always message me on Instagram. I tend to respond to my DMs about once a month because I get a lot and I just try to clear them all out in one go. So if it takes me a little while to respond, just bear with me. But Instagram's a great way. Guys, I'm working on a lot of cool shit. Keep in the loop with me. Don't give up on me. I promise you. I got some cool stuff in the works, and we'll see you guys soon. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep creating. I love you all very much. And again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the super chats. It means the world. Love you guys. Love you a long time. Goodbye and congratulations on 200,000 subscribers.